The wallet is the tool you touch more than any other, and most people pick one by accident and never reconsider. For someone interacting with a lot of unfamiliar contracts across a lot of chains, that choice actually matters because a good wallet quietly protects you from the mistakes that end runs, and a mediocre one just gets out of the way while you make them. This is an honest, tested comparison of what to look for, why transaction simulation has become the single most important feature, and how the popular options really stack up when you stop reading marketing and start using them for this kind of work. What the wallet actually does. A wallet does two jobs. It holds your keys and it constructs and signs transactions. Everything else is convenience layered on top. For airdrop style work, the second job is where the risk lives because you are constantly signing interactions with contracts you have not audited and cannot fully read. A wallet that helps you understand what you are about to sign is doing real safety work. One that just presents an opaque request and a confirm button leaves all the judgment to you at the exact moment you are least equipped to exercise it. That difference is the heart of this comparison. Phony content meonan, fembrinos and pintins ishimin. The feature that genuinely matters now is transaction simulation. Before you sign, a simulating wallet runs the transaction against current chain state and shows you what it will actually do, which tokens leave your wallet, which permissions you grant, what you receive. It turns an unreadable blob of data into a plain statement of outcome. This is enormous because the classic drain works by making a malicious request look routine. A wallet that says, in plain words, this will move all of your tokens to an unknown address, gives you the chance to stop. Without simulation, you are signing blind and trusting the site, which is exactly how people lose everything. MetaMask, the default. MetaMask is the wallet most people start with, the browser extension and app that became the default doorway to a huge swath of applications. Its strengths are real, near universal compatibility, a massive user base, deep familiarity, and support almost everywhere. For basic use, it is fine, and it works with practically everything. Tested honestly for this kind of work, its historical weakness was exactly the safety layer. Older versions showed relatively opaque signing requests, though it has added simulation-style warnings over time. It is the safe default for compatibility, and for a long time it was not the leader on the protective features that matter most here. Rabby, built for this. Rabby from the debunk team was built around exactly the problems that hurt active multi-chain users. Its headline feature is strong pre-transaction simulation, shown clearly before you sign, plus a security scan that flags risky contracts, sketchy approvals, and known bad addresses. It handles multiple chains gracefully, switching networks based on what you are interacting with, rather than making you do it by hand. Tested for this style of work, it feels like a wallet designed by people who assumed you would be interacting with unfamiliar contracts constantly and wanted to protect you while you did. That focus is its real advantage. The honest comparison, put side by side, the trade-off is fairly clear. MetaMask wins on ubiquity and familiarity. It is supported everywhere and everyone knows it. Rabby wins on the protective features that matter most for touching unfamiliar contracts. Clearer simulation, better multi-chain handling, and upfront risk warnings. Many active users run both. MetaMask for the occasional site that only supports it. Rabby as the daily driver for its safety layer. This is not a declaration that one is best for everyone. It is a description of what each is genuinely good at. And the right pick depends on how much risky interaction you actually do. The other options. The field is bigger than two names. Rainbow is a polished, friendly wallet that many find pleasant for everyday use. Frame focuses on routing everything through a hardware wallet with a desktop-first design. Mobile-focused and smart account wallets bring features like batching and recovery options that traditional wallets lack. Each has a real audience. The point is not to crown a winner, but to know the categories: a compatibility default, a safety-focused daily driver, a hardware-centric option, and newer smart account designs, and to pick the combination that fits how you actually operate, rather than whatever you happen to install first. Hardware wallet integration. Whatever software wallet you choose, the feature that matters most for real value is how well it works with a hardware wallet. The software wallet becomes the interface. The hardware device holds the keys and signs, so a browser compromise cannot move funds by itself. Good integration here is more important than almost any other feature, because it is the difference between a mistake costing you a scare and costing you everything. Test it honestly. The major software wallets all support the main hardware devices, but the smoothness varies and the clunky integration you avoid using is worse than a slightly less featured one you actually use. Approval and revoke visibility. Since standing approvals are a top risk, a wallet that surfaces them is doing real work. Some wallets now show existing approvals and let you manage or revoke them from inside, or clearly flag when a transaction is granting one. This visibility, right at the moment of signing and as ongoing maintenance, materially reduces the lingering permission problem from the security video. A wallet that quietly grants unlimited approvals with no warning is leaving a liability you cannot see. One that flags it or lets you cap the amount hands you back control over exactly the risk that most often turns into a loss. Multi-chain handling. For anyone working across many networks, how a wallet handles chains is a daily quality of life and safety issue. Manually switching networks is tedious and error-prone, and signing on the wrong chain causes real confusion. Wallets that detect the right network from the interaction or present chains cleanly remove a whole class of small mistakes. This is an underrated part of the comparison because it does not sound like a safety feature, but reducing friction and confusion is safety, since most losses happen in moments of confusion. A wallet that keeps you oriented across chains is quietly protecting you every time you use it. The account model question. A newer distinction worth understanding is between traditional wallets, where one key controls one account, and smart account wallets, where the account is a contract with programmable rules, letting you batch actions, set spending limits, or build in recovery. These bring genuine safety and convenience features that key-based wallets cannot match at the cost of more complexity and different trade-offs. They are not necessary for everyone, and for many the familiar model is fine. But knowing the category exists, and that it can offer things like social recovery and transaction limits, helps you decide whether the added complexity is worth it for how you operate. Testing a wallet yourself. Do not take any of this on faith. Test with tiny amounts first. Install a candidate. Connect it to a couple of apps you already trust, and watch how it presents a signing request. Does it simulate and show you the outcome in plain terms? Does it warn on a risky approval? How does it handle switching chains and connecting a hardware device? A 15-minute test with trivial sums tells you more than any review, including this one. The wallet that clearly shows you what you are about to do, in words you understand, is the one that will save you on the day it matters. Matching wallet to purpose. The tiering idea from the security video applies to wallet choice too. You do not need one wallet for everything. A safety-focused, simulating wallet paired with a hardware device for anything holding value, and perhaps a separate lightweight wallet for low-stakes exploration where convenience matters more. The wallet touching the most unfamiliar contracts should be the one with the strongest warnings, and the wallet holding real value should rarely touch anything unproven at all. Matching the tool to the risk of each job, rather than routing everything through one wallet, is the same operator thinking that runs through all of this. Mobile versus desktop. A practical split is mobile versus desktop, and they are not interchangeable for this work. Desktop extension wallets pair more easily with hardware devices and with the anti-detect and RPC setups from earlier videos, which matters for careful multi-context work. Mobile wallets are convenient and fine for lighter use, but they bury the settings that let you control endpoints and connections, and they are harder to pair with the full protective stack. For serious work touching unfamiliar contracts, a desktop wallet with a hardware device tends to give you more control over exactly the layers that keep you safe, while mobile is better suited to low-stakes activity on the go. Beware fake wallet apps. The wallet itself is a target, and fake wallet apps are a real and recurring threat. Imposter extensions and App Store listings copy a popular wallet's name and branding, and installing one hands your keys straight to an attacker the moment you enter a seed. Only install a wallet from its official source, verified through the project's real site reached independently. Never from a search ad, a random link, or an unofficial store. This is the same navigate you self-discipline as everywhere else applied to the wallet. And it matters most here because the wallet is the one piece of software that literally holds your keys, open source and track record. When weighing a wallet, its track record and transparency count as much as its feature list. A wallet that has been around, is widely used, and is open to scrutiny has had its security tested by reality in a way a shiny newcomer has not. This is not blind loyalty to old names. It is recognizing that the software holding your keys is the last place to chase novelty for its own sake. Prefer wallets with a real history and a serious security posture. Treat brand new ones with real value cautiously, and let something else be the place you experiment, never the thing guarding your funds. The honest verdict, so the tested verdict is this. For active work touching unfamiliar contracts, a wallet with strong, clear transaction simulation is no longer optional. It is the core safety feature, and Rabby currently leads on exactly that while MetaMask leads on universal compatibility, with both improving. Run the safety-focused wallet as your daily driver. Keep a compatibility default for the sites that require it. Integrate a hardware wallet for real value, and choose based on a 15-minute test rather than a brand name. The best wallet is the one that actually makes you understand what you are signing. My actual setup, the simulation behavior I test for, and the fuller write-up comparing the current wallets for this kind of work are at airdropfarming.org, with no hype and nothing here being financial advice or an endorsement to buy any token. Subscribe if you want tools tested honestly with the safety features front and center, and none of the guaranteed riches nonsense. Next time we get into the boring math almost nobody wants to do, gas budgets and how to allocate effort and capital across wallets, so the costs are something you actually control, instead of something that quietly eats whatever this was ever going to be worth.